Hello, my name's Nitrosia, and today we're going to be covering the developer of Helmet Heroes, Robbie's other game, which is called Eliatopia. Before this video begins, I just want to mention that if you're sick of paying to play in Helmet Heroes, where you always have to pay to get good at the game, Eliatopia is a game for you. The game is completely free to play and there's no booking system like in Helmet Heroes, so everything is reliant off of how much effort you put into the game. I think this game is a lot better than Helmet Heroes overall. While I do think Helmet Heroes definitely has some strong points than Eliatopia, I think this game is overall a much better game, and you can see that in how much effort was put into it. For this review, I'm going to be talking about some different themes and elements of the game, and we're just going to be going over it, and I'll give my final opinion to it at the end. So the first thing I want to talk about is the art style and the visuals. I think this game beats out Helmet Heroes in the visuals like very well. Some areas look really excellent. If you turn the visuals all the way up, it looks really good. Like, it looks really good, and I think that's something that the game needed. Albeit the very high quality visual it's not that stable. It won't run that well on older PCs, but I still think it's really cool just to have. One specific area, the visuals I'd like to talk about, is the character models. The characters do look a little funny, to say the least. They kind of have like this weird like wooden look to them. I know they're supposed to be like humans, but they kind of look like wooden figures. It's really weird. Another thing I want to talk about is the water in the game. The game has like this photorealistic water, which I think looks really nice, but it doesn't really work considering the game's style. It's kind of a cartoony looking game, and when you put like this fucking Minecraft insane ray tracing water in, it just kind of pulls you out from the world it's trying to put you in, and I think that kind of fucks you over in the end. I don't know. Overall, I think the water is definitely something he should change. It's really weird. But anyways, on to the next section, which is the gameplay and the controls. So honestly, I think the controls and the gameplay are probably the weakest point of this game, which is something you don't want to hear. It's not super fun to have to walk around all the time, but honestly, the good outweighs the bad here. I really like how the abilities work. I really like how some of the classes work. I like the element of having to buy up arrows and bullets, which is something you didn't really think about in Helmet Heroes. I can't state this enough, I also really like the fire, poison, sharpness runes, the reforges. That's like one of the coolest things in this game. I think it's something that really sets it apart from Helmet Heroes. Just that whole reforge system I think is really awesome. I also really like the addition of accessories in this game. I think it's definitely something that the game needed, and I'm really happy Robbie added something different like that. I get there are accessories in Helmet Heroes, but not really to the same extent of Eliatopia. With Elia, there's some really unique accessories which I think fit the game really well and actually give you some much needed boosts in your stats, and accessories are kind of something you have to have in order to succeed in this game. The controls are kind of weird. To attack, it's C, which I'm not in love with, since you can literally just click. I don't know why Robbie put C down, since you can just use your mouse to attack. But also, this game is not on mobile. You can't play this game on mobile. It's a PC only game, which I think sucks. Another issue I have with the gameplay is that everything is a 2D model. It's all 2D, but it's set in a 3D plane, so sometimes combat can feel really weird and janky. I haven't tried PvP yet, but I have a feeling that PvP is kind of janky. But another thing is the weird perspective. This just kind of works hand in hand with 2D enemies in a 3D space. It just doesn't really work. You travel faster holding, or at least it looks like you travel faster holding buttons in a certain way, like going down and to the left, it'll look like you're traveling a lot faster than when you go down and to the right, just because of how the perspective is. Anyways, on to the next section, which is the game features. So the main gripe I have with the game features is that the shops operate on real world time. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Robbie, if you're watching this, take this out of the game. This is so annoying, okay? This like feature would work in theory if you put it in like a in-game time that was scaled down, but having to wait like 5 hours to want to use a shop It's cool sounding, I know, but it does not work at all. It's so annoying. I hate it, and it's gotta be probably my least favorite part of this game. Another problem with the shops is that you can't sell at every shop, which just doesn't really make sense to me. I think that's somewhere that Helmet Heroes definitely does well, where it's really easy and accessible to sell your items, and especially considering the fact there's no TP in this game. It's just really annoying that you can't sell at every shop, because you might have to travel way out of your way to go sell. There's also the guild system. I think the guild system is pretty cool, but I don't like that the guild house also operates on a thing like the shops, where the guild house isn't open all the time. I'm sorry, I hate that feature though. It's not even a feature, it's just an annoyance. Robbie, if you're gonna add that, have it operate on an in-game time that's scaled down. One part of the game's features that I do really like, though, is the inventory interface and the trade interface. I think this is a big upgrade to Helmet Heroes and something Robbie really hit out of the park here. There are some weird visual bugs with the trade interface, but I think those can be overlooked by the fact that the inventory is such a giant improvement. I'm just going to give Robbie a hand here. On to the last thing I want to talk about, the music. The music is honestly pretty good. I think it fits the style of the game really well, but with stuff like the new areas, it's just kind of uninspired and doesn't really fit the theme at all. He kind of just put it in there as filler, which, I mean, it doesn't fit the game at all. There's also some of the areas like they're cohesive to the music, like it obviously fits the game, but it's just kind of weird, which I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. Overall, Eliatopia is absolutely an improvement to Helmet Heroes in a lot of different ways, but I just wanted to make this video to go over some of my gripes. If you're a Helmet Heroes player that plays on PC and is kind of getting sick of Helmet Heroes like I am, and also there's the fact that in Helmet Heroes you can get hacked super easily nowadays. It's so easy to hack. Game has virtually no security, whereas Eliatopia does at least have some good security. If you don't want to put a lot of time into a game and just have it wiped by some hacker, switch to Eliatopia, for God's sakes. It's not pay to win. You have to put effort in. It's fun, and I think that it's really great. So yeah, that's my overall opinion on Eliatopia. Do I think you should check the game out? Absolutely. It is a much better game than Helmet Heroes in my opinion. And while the gameplay is kind of a weaker point of the game, the polish, support, basically everything is so much of an improvement over Helmet Heroes, and I can't state this enough. We actually have a stable game for once. The servers aren't crashing every 10 seconds. It's so great, and a lot of people just haven't really given it a chance. The only problem with this game is that it's not out on mobile yet. I do hear that Robbie's working on it, but until then, a lot of you guys won't be able to play it. I understand a lot of people play Helmet Heroes and mobile games exclusively. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like. This is Nitrosia, signing off.